1941.
December 7th, 1941. A date which will live in infamy. But it was the events of 1945 that reshaped the world forever. As the smoke from global conflict shrouded the mid-20th century, the world's superpowers were locked in a race not just of territory, but of technology. Amid the chaos of World War II, a new frontier in warfare emerged, the atomic age. Spearheaded by the United States under the cloak of utmost secrecy, the Manhattan Project was a monumental endeavor. Its sole goal? To develop an atomic bomb before Germany could unleash one of its own. The project congregated some of the brightest minds from around the globe. Figures like Robert Oppenheimer, often called the father of the atomic bomb, and General Leslie Groves played pivotal roles. Remote locations such as Los Alamos, New Mexico, became the clandestine stages for groundbreaking and earth-shaking scientific research. After intense years of development, marked by both moral dilemmas and technical breakthroughs, the project bore fruit. Two devastating devices were born: Little Boy, a uranium-based bomb, and Fat Man, which harnessed the destructive power of plutonium. These were not mere weapons. They were harbingers of a new era, capable of unprecedented destruction. With these ominous creations in hand, the stage was set for a decision that would alter the course of history. On August 6th and 9th, 1945, the world witnessed a new form of destruction. As dawn broke over Hiroshima, the Enola Gay, a B-29 bomber, was on a mission that would change the course of history. Accompanied by two other B-29s, the great artiste and necessary evil tasked with measuring and photographing the explosion, the Enola Gay carried a devastating payload, the uranium-based atomic bomb known as Little Boy. At 8:15 Hiroshima time, Little Boy was released. Descending from 9.4 kilometers, it detonated 580 meters above the city. In an instant, the bomb unleashed the energy equivalent of 15,000 tons of TNT. The blast devastated everything within a 1.6 kilometer radius, with fires spreading over 11 square kilometers. The shockwaves were felt by the Enola Gay 18.5 kilometers away. Buildings were flattened, and thousands of lives were extinguished in a blinding flash of heat and light. 3 days later, another B-29 named Boxcar took off from Tinian Island. Initially targeting Kokura, cloud cover forced the crew to switch to their backup target, Nagasaki. At 11:01, over Nagasaki, Boxcar released the plutonium-based Fat Man bomb. Exploding 47 seconds later at an altitude of 503 meters, it released the energy equivalent of 21,000 tons of TNT. Nestled in an industrial valley, Nagasaki suffered immense destruction, the explosion carving a stark imprint of devastation through the city. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki resulted in the deaths of between 129,000 and 226,000 people, mostly civilians. The sheer scale of destruction and the horrific immediate effects of radiation exposure marked a somber milestone in human history. These two bombings within just 3 days of each other demonstrated the terrifying power of nuclear weapons and pushed Japan towards surrender. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were not just the end, but also a beginning. As the dust settled over the devastated cities, a new era of geopolitical tension took shape, marking the onset of the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union, once allies against the Axis powers, emerged as superpowers with diametrically opposed ideologies, setting the stage for a decades-long rivalry. This rivalry quickly translated into an arms race, particularly focusing on nuclear weapons. Both nations, haunted by the specter of another world war, began amassing arsenals large enough to deter the other from any thoughts of aggression. The logic was chillingly simple. The only way to prevent the use of nuclear weapons was to ensure that any attack would guarantee mutual destruction. Thus, the doctrine of mutual assured destruction, or MAD, was born. Under MAD, both the US and the Soviet Union maintained enough nuclear firepower to destroy each other several times over. This stockpiling reached staggering numbers, with both countries possessing thousands of warheads at the height of the arms race. It was a grim calculus, where the vast potential for destruction paradoxically fostered a tense stability between the superpowers. In this shadow of nuclear proliferation, the world had to navigate through crises and standoffs, from the Berlin blockade to the Cuban Missile Crisis, each incident testing the delicate balance of terror that had taken hold. The world had entered an era where the balance of power was maintained not by peace, but by the potential for mutual annihilation. Today, the legacy of the Manhattan Project extends beyond mere weaponry. In the panorama of modern warfare, the B-83 stands out as a testament to both technological advancement and the lingering shadows of nuclear armament. This thermonuclear gravity bomb, the most powerful in the United States arsenal, can be dialed from a low kiloton yield to a staggering 1.2 megatons of TNT. That's about 80 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. What sets the B-83 apart is not just its sheer power, but its safety features. Designed with insensitive explosives in its trigger lens system, it drastically reduces the risk of accidental detonations, a significant upgrade in nuclear safety protocols. This bomb, often considered for roles such as the nuclear bunker buster, showcases a dual nature: immense destructive potential, yet restrained by advancements in safety and precision. Moreover, the scope of nuclear technology has expanded into realms previously relegated to science fiction. Among these is the potential use of the B-83 in asteroid impact avoidance strategies. Here, nuclear weapons could serve as planetary guardians. The concept involves equipping space vehicles with such warheads, set to their maximum yield, to alter the trajectory of any near-Earth asteroids that pose a significant threat. This transformative idea repurposes nuclear arsenals from agents of destruction to shields against cosmic hazards, illustrating a radical shift in their perceived roles. Yet this power comes with profound ethical and political dilemmas. The existence of such weapons continues to influence international relations, sparking debates over disarmament, deterrence, and the moral implications of maintaining arsenals capable of such widespread devastation. As nations navigate these troubled waters, the conversation oscillates between condemnation and justification of nuclear armament, reflecting a complex web of fear, power, and the quest for security. From a tool of war to a guardian against cosmic threats, the journey of nuclear weapons continues to shape our world in profound ways.